Thinking about moving to Kamloops? Well, that's great, but there's 6 things you should know before you move here, and we're going to talk about them starting right now. Hey everybody, my name is Albert Pereira, but you can call me Al. I'm a veteran realtor of 25 years, and when it comes to living and working in Kamloops, I've done it for over 25 years, and I love this city. This video will go over the 6 main points that anyone should know before they move to Kamloops, but it's not very detailed. In other videos in the future, I will get into more detailed, drilled down videos about the specific topics I'm discussing today, but in this video, it's going to be very high level and topical in terms of things that people would be considering before they move here. So let's get started. Number 1, rentals can be hard to find in Kamloops, particularly if you're looking for single detached homes which have their own yards and you have a large family. Those can be very expensive and they don't come up very often for rent. So be sure and do your research ahead of time. Apartments are more plentiful, but if you're looking for really inexpensive apartments, they're not that common and you may have to compromise on area. So contact landlords and property managers. I did make a video about the 6 most effective ways to find your next Kamloops rental. Please check it out and I'll leave a note in the show notes for you. Okay, number 2, let's talk about Kamloops neighborhoods. Kamloops is kind of funny in that when you move here, you're either a South Shore person or a North Shore person, even though there's a large residential area that's east of the city as well. Now, I'm not going to get into too much detail in this video about the details of every neighborhood, but I can tell you that on the South Shore, you'll find most of your shopping, big box retailers, Costco, Superstore, the university, and a more vibrant downtown are located on the South Shore. But on the North Shore, you have larger lots. It's more flat overall. There is a smaller downtown, but you probably won't be satisfied with getting all of your shopping done on the North Shore. And on the east part of the city, you'll find shopping as well, but it's more along the lines of strip malls. So that's just a high-level overview of the neighborhoods, but be aware that when you decide to move here, where you live on either side of the river seems to matter to some people. I'm not sure why, but I've lived in all 3 major market areas, and they're all great places to live, with maybe some smaller pockets being so-so. Number 3, Kamloops has a very diverse economy. Unlike other cities and towns, we are not beholden to one major employer or one major industry. Kamloops has many varied industries and employers. Now, I'm not going to get into too much detail in this video about all the different employers, but I'll name a few here. The big ones are Highland Valley Copper Mine, New Afton Mine, CP Rail, CN Rail, Royal Inland Hospital, Interior Health, Thompson Rivers University, and we are the headquarters for BC Lotteries Corp. We also have a fairly large provincial prison here. So there are a lot of jobs, and I have not covered all of them, but this is a very diverse place to work and find employment in the future. Number 4, Kamloops is located in British Columbia. Now, I'm sure you're all puzzled as to why I mentioned that, but the reality is many of the people that will relocate to Kamloops come from other parts of Canada and not necessarily BC. But when they come from Alberta or Saskatchewan, they seem very shocked by all of the taxes. So that can be a bit of an eye-opener because BC stands for bring cash. You're going to need it. And I hear this a lot from Albertans. So if you come from the coast, that is Vancouver or Fraser Valley, not a lot of things will be surprising to you here, but the low cost of real estate compared to what you're used to. But be aware that BC does have higher overall taxes on things, and it can be a bit of a shock to people from other parts of Canada. Number 5, Kamloops weather. Now, we've all heard stories about how in the interior you're living in the mountains and there's all kinds of snow and you'll be shoveling for days, but I can tell you in reality that's not true. In fact, when it snows here, depending on where you live, it can be so light you can brush it with a broom. Now you do get about 2 weeks of really hot weather and 2 weeks of really cold weather, but most of the time it's sunny and we enjoy over 2,000 hours of sunshine annually. Number 6 is Kamloops Crime. And when it comes to Kamloops numbers versus other small cities in the BC interior, they're pretty comparable. If you want to avoid frequent crime and violent crime, the most common areas that get reported are the downtown South Shore and the downtown North Shore. But crime can happen anywhere, particularly petty crime. So be sure and bring your valuables into your house. Car break-ins happen, and they happen all over the city. Do I feel unsafe in Kamloops? Do I feel you would feel unsafe in Kamloops? I've never felt unsafe walking around anywhere in Kamloops, even at night. But, it's your comfort level. And if you avoid or living in those areas, you should be A-okay. Now, before we wrap things up, I just wanted to give you some personal observations from having lived in Kamloops for the last 25 years. Kamloops has been excellent to my family and I, and we've made many friends because Kamloops is friendly. Now, bear in mind that Kamloops is a working family town, and I say town because it feels more like a town to us than a city, even though we are a city of over 100,000 people in the metro area. Now, if you're into the outdoors, Kamloops is perfect. We have over 200 lakes within 1 hour's drive of Kamloops, and Sun Peaks Resort, a fantastic ski hill and resort area, is just 45 minutes drive north of Kamloops. I hope you got excellent value out of this video. Please hit the subscribe button or give me a like. I appreciate that, and I hope one day we get to meet in Kamloops. Take care.